Guys, I am in love.
Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name's Rex and we are currently building a JZX 100 Chase. I just got the car a couple of weeks ago. We just installed an electronic boost controller from GFB. It's the first time I've ever installed something like this. I have no idea how to use it, but in today's video, we're gonna figure it out and we're also gonna see exactly how much boost pressure the car makes from factory. In the previous video, I installed a boost controller and it's just chilling right here. You can see that the wires are tucked pretty good. You can't see any wiring going everywhere. You do see the vacuum lines, which are placed against nothing hot, so there shouldn't be any problems there. The solenoid itself is held on by some double-sided sticky tape that came with the boost controller itself, and it's really sturdy. It doesn't even move at all, which is great. Doing a little bit of research, I've been told that this thing should make around 8 to 10 PSI from factory. Obviously, we're not gonna be turning it up in today's video, or if we do, it'll only be like 1 PSI, which is quite a lot. But the reason why we won't be turning it up much more is because obviously when you turn up the boost, there's more airflow going into the engine. And to compensate, you need the right amount of fuel going in as well. And if you screw those mixtures up, you could potentially ruin the engine, because if it's running too lean, the pistons will get too hot and potentially melt or crack or break. And without an AFR reading, we can't exactly tell how much fuel is going into the air fuel mixture. So first thing we're gonna do is properly mount that boost controller. The controller came with some double-sided tape, which I used for the solenoid, and it's holding really well. So I think I'm just gonna do the same thing here, but just put the controller right over there. It's in a little bit of an inconvenient spot, but we'll be able to see the readings, so it's not too bad at all. All I did here was remove like a factory coin holder, and the hole went straight through all the way down. I've also tucked up all the wiring underneath here. Not too sure if the camera's gonna pick that up. Oh, that fits pretty good. But yeah, so before I continue this, one of the cool things about my YouTube channel is when I go through processes like this, I know a lot of you guys haven't done anything like this before, and you guys are pretty much joining me on the journey of learning things about cars and stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. And by me teaching you, it kind of helps me get a better understanding of how these things work. You know, they always say the best way of learning something is by teaching it. If there are people out there that know how to do things better than me, I really hope that you are commenting down below telling me exactly what you suggest and stuff, because I need your advice. I need your advice. Yes. All right, so the first thing we need to do is make sure this is set to PSI. So we're gonna go all the way over to this thing where it says T15, and we're gonna change it to PSI. There we go, PSI. The next thing we need to do, it seems, is to set the overboost. So we need to go over to overboost, looks like. And we need to change this number to a number that's sort of safe. So from factory, I've heard that this thing goes to 8 to 10. So we're just gonna set it to 10. So if it hits 10, it'll cut boost.
Up 3 of the series.
For
this purpose of this, we'll just set up preset 1.
As per the video, it's telling me that if we start the car, turn the boost control into duty cycle, and we set it to 0, that means that the car will read all the boosts going to the turbo into the engine. So we'll be able to read the exact boost pressure from factory that this car should make. And I don't know if the vacuum lines connecting to the boost controller affects that, but from my understanding, from what this video is explaining, we should be able to get the stock pressure reading of the turbo in duty cycle. So let's start it up and press that duty button. Duty cycle 10. All right. And in the video, they're keeping the duty cycle on 10. So you can go from 0 to 100. And the more that you adjust that level, the more boost your turbo is going to produce. We're going to see what the car reads on full throttle in like a higher gear, so the turbo has time to spool. This should be interesting. Oh man, these chromey dogs gotta go. They kind of suit right now. We're currently just driving around normally because we want to get the temperature a little bit higher before we start doing some runs, obviously. We just recorded a peak boost of 1.4 pounds. As per the boost reading, it's in a little bit of a bad spot, I'm realizing, because I can't actually see it where it is, because the steering wheel is kind of in the way, as you can see. But when I'm turning, I can see it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move the gauge, I think. Oh, 3 pounds? 3 pounds. Ooh, what do we hit there? 6.7 pounds of boost, hell yeah. I thought that spot was gonna be the best spot, but turns out I can't even see it at all. So I'm gonna put the boost controller just up there so I can see it while I'm driving. And let's do some pulls, see what she makes. Car's warm now. Right. Let's do a few pulls. Oh wow, what the heck? It hit 9.9. Holy moly, that already feels way quicker. I don't know if that's good for the turbo. The controller's on its lowest setting right now, so I'm not really too sure why it's hitting that boost level. Unless chasers usually make that power, but it feels a lot quicker. When I stomp down on the throttle, like it just feels way quicker. It's on the lowest. We can't go any more than that. So it should be making factory power at this point, from my understanding. Let's see what happens. Okay, peak boost, 10.4. Okay. So it's only making 10.4. It's not going any higher than that. Sweet. Okay. All right, bit of a runway now. I think I'm panicking because I set the boost cut to be lower than what I thought the stock turbo would make. So what's happening is it's hitting stock factory like around 10 because I've got a intercooler. So it's hitting a little bit more than what people would predict. So I was a little bit sketched out when it was hitting the peak boost limit that I set it to, but it seems like that it makes sense now and it should be hitting that. I think I just thought it was so quick as well because I haven't driven it in a while, so I'm not used to how the turbo kicks in. So there you guys go. The car makes about 10.4 PSI on stock pressure. That's no modification whatsoever. Obviously it has an intercooler and apparently that will help with boost, according to some little research that I did, but that's pretty impressive. Now, I'm not too sure how much exactly I can turn it up, not knowing the air-fuel ratios. I have been told that the ECU will adjust itself a little bit to keep it running safe with a little bit more boost, but I don't exactly know how much and we can't exactly confirm it, again, with no AFR gauge. So I do need to get a wideband installed in this thing ASAP and then get it tuned, but it should make some really good power. We're gonna take this thing for another rip because I need to go get myself some groceries. I'm gonna say this again, if you guys know anything about tuning one of these things at home, not really tuning it at home, trying to figure out exactly how much boost I can go up safely, then please, of course, let me know. I know I've used this remote start feature on the Chaser so many times in like a lot of videos that I've made. So cool. However, the starter runs for like too long. You can hear it still cranking over. Oh, boost controller's on. Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it running. As I was parked doing that cinematic that you just saw, have a look how much transmission fluid came out. Brother. Oh man, I'm so happy with this thing. All right. It goes. But it's so big and chunky that it doesn't feel like you're going quick. Barely on the throttle and it just hits that speed so easily. I gotta be careful. So, enough of the Chaser stuff. We have some good things to talk about. I don't know what's going on with this dress code. Paul Woods, the man, the myth, the legend himself, has actually sent us a message saying that he's sent over the wiring harness. So Lachlan will be getting the wiring harness for that engine sitting over there very shortly. We're super excited to install it into his MR2 because that MR2 has been sitting in his street for a couple of weeks now. More so a couple of months actually. And I thought I'd bring down the hoodie that I was wearing in the video today. Now, of course, you saw the ad at the start of the video. And in current time, you guys have already ordered plenty off the store. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's bought hoodies, bought t-shirts, stickers, everything. Thank you all so much. It's really helping with getting the builds on the way. I want to remind you all again that this is a pre-order. So if you want to purchase these hoodies, you're gonna have to wait a couple of weeks if you've already bought one. I want to urge you all, and it's also listed on the website as well, if you're going to cop one of these, make sure that you size up. I'm usually a large and I fit an XL. So the hoodie that I was wearing in today's video was an XL. If you're a little bit bigger than me, obviously go XL. I'm roughly around 1m85, so 185 centimeters if that helps. Chloe was wearing a medium hoodie and she's about 1m60, so 160 centimeters. But yeah, here's a good look at it. This design is so good. RHD, and it's an MR2 hoodie, so RHD code. So again, massive thank you to you all for purchasing all the stuff. I don't want to be that YouTuber that pushes their merch like, every single video and stuff, just like throwing it in your face. For the next couple of videos, however, I will be posting it a lot because we've obviously gone through quite a bit of effort to get the merch on the website, the items themselves and everything organized, designs and everything. So it's definitely quite a bit of effort. So we got to make some sales. I want to finish off by saying that this thing was super easy to install. I'm pretty sure I've installed it all correctly. I still need to go through all these instructions and sort of learn everything. GFB, you're amazing. We're still hunting for some manual parts for the Chaser. This engine will be going in soon. That's the most exciting thing that's happening so far. Super excited for this thing to finally get the hell out of my garage because it's been in the way of me getting in and out of the garage for so long now. I want to thank you all so much for watching, purchasing the merch and supporting the channel. I'll see you all in the next one.